Greetings everyone, I'm here today to show off an idea I've had. For those of you that are familiar with Buildcraft and Minecraft Reloaded and stuff along those lines, you'll know that a while ago you used to be able to spawn slimes, and the grinder would break them down into the little individual slimes. This would allow you to potentially go do this to produce mob essence. You would spend 150 on and get a large slime to spawn, and it breaks down into possibly a dozen small slimes, giving you 1200 mob essence for that 150 you spent to spawn it. Now, Minecraft Reloaded, the developers didn't like this, and it's obvious why. You're exploiting a game mechanic to produce an infinite amount of mob essence, which you could use to spawn other stuff. Wither skeletons. Perfect example. So, how they nerfed it was they made it when one of your grinders killed a larger slime, it didn't split down into smaller ones. So you'd always get 100 mob essence back for that 150 you spend, regardless of what you spawned. This is my solution to that. I'm doing this in a creative world just to show what the idea is. So what I got in here is I got a slime in a safari net. I'm using creative energy cells because this is really just a proof of concept, as you can see from how crappy all the plumbing and everything is. So it's really just to show that it can be done better than anything. And yeah, you get experience as well, liquid experience, which you can use for like auto anvils and things like that. So my solution to this was I created this. This is the cells to hold these guys. I put these glass walls up because I found out the hard way, my way of breaking slimes down. Creepers treat it as a player attack, so they will go boom, which is not something you really want. So I put this around so creepers and zombies and skeletons and all that couldn't walk in. They were also clogging up the system, which I didn't like. Now my way of killing it is I funneled them all down to autonomous activators with a weapon in it. I used ethereal swords because I don't know whether diamond swords or anything take damage when being used by these things. I'm pretty sure etheric swords are unbreakable. Don't quote me on that, mind you, but I'm pretty sure they are. So what I do is I have them in here. Originally I had it as just the activators themselves, left clicking. The problem was they don't do enough damage on their own. They only do like half a heart of damage though. So what would happen is they simply weren't killing the slimes fast enough, and this area became stuffed with large slimes and medium slimes and that, and it just kept spawning and spawning and spawning, and it just kept filling up, and it was bad. So I put the swords in here so they could kill them a lot quicker. And what happens is that this is a one height wide space. So only the tiny slimes can get through here. The medium slimes and the large slimes can't. And what happens is the big slimes get broken down into the mediums get broken down into the smalls, and the smalls go through that gap and get carried away by the conveyor. Now the conveyor takes them here. I put this little drop here simply so they couldn't jump back up because, oh, that's annoying too. This is annoying too, but it is what it is. And then you have these grinders here which grind them down. Now for this setup, is you need 5 grinders. I tried it with 3 and it simply wasn't working. I tried it with 4 and it couldn't keep up. 5 is just a tiny bit too fast, but as you can see, there's so many slimes coming in that you never really are without. Like, look at that. That's why you need 5. Other interesting thing is you need to put these vacuum hoppers down here because these produce a lot of liquid experience as well, as you can see, and a lot of mob essence. Other thing you have to worry about is this. Yeah, as you can see, that's climbing fast because, well, you're just killing a lot. And then you also have other things too. The hearts, you get trophies. Like if you sit here and you just watch it, you can see it's just climbing. Unless you have a deep storage unit, you're going to be spending so many slime balls, it's just not even funny. This, I think, is going to be the biggest concern I have, because these are, as you can see, they fill up pretty quickly. This one not as fast because it uses a lot to spawn them, but it still fills up fast. And, like, as you can see, these are big towers, and this one's all the way full. And this one is up there from down here. So that's essentially my idea on how to farm an infinite amount of mob essence and overcome their nerfing of the slime pool. There are other ways you can do it. I've seen people, they'll use spawners or cursed earth, which is good. Don't get me wrong, that has its own advantages. The fact that you can get drops besides slime balls is invaluable. But for those that want a simple method, here you go. That's it. Have a nice day.